Hello and welcome back to another episode of Roblox Stepford County Railway. My name is Wizzy, as you can also call me Wizzy, and today we're going to drive some more trains. So we're going to get right into it. I did, just before recording this, I did make a spreadsheet taking a look at all the routes that I've done. I've listed the episode, which service I've done, the trains I've used, the route numbers, and the route names as well. So I can bring this up and take a look rather easily on what we've done. So last episode we did the airport shuttle first, and then we did a couple routes one way on Connect, and I think we're going to start with Connect again. So far for Connect, we've used the 158-9, or not dash 9, /9, which is this train. That's what we used for the first episode. Last episode, we used the 365, which is this train, the Happy Train. And I think this episode, let's use maybe the 458. In fact, I'm gonna actually, as we're doing this, I'm gonna write down on my spreadsheet what I'm using. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to start at Willowfield, which is basically past Beachley, where we ended last episode. So we're gonna do Willowfield, and I think we're gonna do a different branch this time. So we'll do Willowfield to... I don't think there's a Willowfield to Whitefield, unfortunately. Which is one of the other branches that we haven't done. I can do Beachley to Whitefield. Or Stepford Central to Whitefield. Oh, we ended at Beachley last time. Is there a Stepford Victoria to Willowfield, or Whitefield rather? Let's see. Whitefield will go on this side. Stepford Victoria to Willowfield. You want Whitefield? I don't think there is. So I think what we'll do is we'll do Stepford Central to Whitefield, I guess. And then once we get back to Stepford Central, we can decide where we want to go from here. So we'll start at the Stepford Depot. And I didn't write down the route number. That's fine, I can do that afterwards. Bring up the chat. And one thing I did do before starting the recording as well was I increased the music volume ever so slightly, because I was looking at the end of last video just to see what I said I wanted to do for this video. And I couldn't hear the music at all. So I just wanted to turn it up a little bit, make sure you guys can hear it. It should hopefully be better now. I don't think it was muted for any reason. It just wasn't playing for whatever reason. I don't know if there's a setting I had maybe messed around with. I'd have to look at some of the other videos to see if the music was playing in those. But I don't think I've done anything to change the music playing. I might have to look into the settings of OBS. And I'll do that after this episode, or this... Yeah, after I record this episode, I'll take a look and just... Especially if there is no music in this video, but we'll find out.
This is Stepford
One thing I can
Central.
always do, it might show up really quickly on the main screen here. Let me see.
Thank you for travelling
Bring up
with
the
us.
settings. No, it didn't. Okay, so output. Okay, so we're going to continue with this route. Audio output. We're doing audio track 1, which should encompass everything.
Stepford East, High Street, Whitefield Lido, Stepford UFC,
Yes.
Woodhead Lane, Horton Rake, and Whitefield. Due to a short platform, passengers for Woodhead Lane should travel in the front 4 coaches.
And it isn't muted, so it should technically be in the video. So I don't know why there wouldn't be any audio or music, rather. But like I said, I'll see what it sounds like when I finish recording this. Just to see if the music is there. But like I said, I turned it up anyways.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Whitefield.
See, it almost looks like it's too... Or wait, no, that's the Roblox audio there that's jumping up.
Whitefield Lido, Stepford UFC, Woodhead Lane, Horton Rake, and Whitefield. The next station
I may need to turn the music down just ever so slightly, I don't know. I mean, you guys can hear me obviously pretty good, so and that's really all that matters. I mean, you should still be able to hear the in-game audio fine. Maybe just music might be just slightly overpowering it. I don't know. Actually, let me turn the music volume down just a wee bit.
Stepford East. Change here for services
Yeah,
to
that should be a little bit better, maybe.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
In the front 4 coaches. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
5 coaches is what this one is. So it sounded like. Oh, we actually overshot the sign a little bit. So one thing with this train is you can't see this, especially coming around this bend, you can't see the sign at all.
The next station is High Street.
Yes, it is 5 coaches. Okay, now we're taking the right.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. The next station is
Not going too
High
fast.
Street.
Quite a few guests in this server. Yeah, the 2 servers before this one were both completely full, so this one was the
Please mind the gap between the
next
train
one
and
that
the
wasn't full, that had the most amount of people in it.
Service to Whitefield. Calling at Whitefield Lido, Stepford UFC, Woodhead Lane, Horton Rake, and Whitefield.
That was a pretty good stop.
Platform. Passengers
This
for
is
Woodhead
High
Lane
Street.
should travel in the
This
front
train
4
is for
coaches.
Whitefield.
This train is
The
formed
next
of
station
5
is
coaches.
Whitefield Lido.
So once again, I think I'm going to record another Minecraft video for Monday. I've been pretty busy on my server lately. And plus I enjoy recording right now as well, so who knows, maybe I'll start a new series up at some point too. Figure out what I'd want to do for a series.
Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. We will shortly be arriving.
Now, I'm almost thinking what I might start doing again is I might start
And the platform.
streaming my Minecraft server again,
Stepford UFC,
but I don't know.
Horton Rake, and Whitefield. Due to a short platform, passengers for Woodhead Lane should travel in the front four coaches.
That was a pretty good stop as well.
This is Whitefield Leader. This train is for Whitefield.
So there's one other train expected through here.
Stepford UFC.
Looks like they're a bit delayed. Oh, it's showing on time there, so 2:42 or 1:42 rather.
Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. The next station is Stepford UFC.
We might see them at Stepford UFC when we're heading back the other way.
We will shortly be arriving at Stepford UFC. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Wasn't paying attention, the speed went down. I mean, I was thinking this section was a little bit longer between those two stops, but
Whitefield. Due to a short platform, passengers for Woodhead Lane should travel in the front four coaches.
another good stop.
This train is formed of 5
Stepford
coaches.
UFC. This train is for Whitefield. The next station is Woodhead Lane.
I'm just putting the route or name down on my Excel sheet that I made. And I think once we get to Stepford Central, we'll switch, obviously, to go to a different route.
Next station is Woodhead Lane.
Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. I don't know why I pressed that button, but that was the escape key. I did it again. So this is a 10-minute route.
We will
And we're a
shortly be
bit
arriving
delayed as well,
at Lane.
but
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Due to a short platform, the doors in the rear coach will not open at this station. Please move
Service to
forward to leave the train.
Whitefield. Calling at Horton Rake and Whitefield. This
that was pretty good.
5
This is
Again,
Woodhead Lane. This train is for Whitefield.
careful getting out of that door.
Station is Horton Rake.
Watch your step. Don't want you to break an ankle on the way out. Surprised that door actually opened. That was kind of funny.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. The next station is Horton Rake.
So if we take a look at the map here, well, we'll do that when we get to the next stop. And we can see what we're doing and where we may want to go once we get back to Stepford Central.
For the 2136 Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. Calling at Whitefield only. This train's
Overshot the stops car marker by a little bit.
Whitefield. The next station is Whitefield.
Next station, which will be the last station, I'll bring up the map. Once a reverse direction, that is.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Whitefield. The next station is Whitefield.
Slow down a bit. So we're coming in towards Whitefield now.
Be arriving at Whitefield. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
That was pretty good.
This is Whitefield. This train terminates here.
Okay.
All change, please.
Pretty sure there's nobody else expected here. No. Didn't think so. I mean, there was only that one train to Stepford UFC. So we're going to... Yeah, we're not going to change route. We're going to continue schedule. And we'll bring up the map now. So this is the branch that we're doing right now. Last episode we went to here. We did this branch. I think what I may do is I may go from Stepford Central, maybe to Port Benton. And then from there, the loop us back around. Does it show it as a loop there? No, it doesn't. We'll loop back around
Stepford Connect service to
from there, and I think what we'll do is from there is we'll go to St. Helens Bridge,
Horton Rail.
and we can go from there to somewhere else, and then probably end the episode there.
Whitefield Lido, High Street, Stepford East, and Stepford Central. The next station is Horton Rail.
I'll be sitting at this next station for a minute or a moment. When you're doing this route, especially going this direction, you always have a while to wait at this first station.
Between the train and the platform.
calling at Woodhead Lane, Stepford UFC, Whitefield Lido, High Street, Stepford East.
It's a little bit of lag, but not too bad.
Due to a short platform,
Playing last night and there was a lot of lag.
Horton Rail.
travel in the front four
This train is for Stepford Central.
is formed of
The
5
next station is Woodhead Lane.
Most of the server is guests. Which means more than likely most of the people, or most of the guests, are probably doing Stepford Central to Airport Central, because that's basically the route that you get at the beginning. It's the only route unlocked to start.
We will shortly be arriving at Woodhead Lane. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Due to a short platform, the doors in the rear coach will not open at this station. Please move forward to leave the train.
Stepford UFC.
A
Whitefield.
little bit of lag there again.
High Street. Stepford East.
But we stopped really well.
Central.
See, is that one door open again on that slope?
This train is for
Yep.
Stepford Central.
Watch your step coming out of that
The
car.
next station is
Once again, don't want to break an ankle. Okay. Next up, Stepford UFC.
Service to Stepford Central. The next station is Stepford UFC.
So I'm thinking what I might do for the next episode is I might do another express episode. Do one of the more classic express routes, because the route that we did was actually, I believe, the newest express route.
We will shortly be arriving at Stepford UFC. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
I don't know why the horn doesn't always work properly.
Stepford Central. Calling at Whitefield Leader. High Street. Stepford East. And Stepford Central. This train is full of...
Yeah, I think that other train's gone. It was supposed to be here.
This is Stepford UFC.
Looks like I'm the only one
This train is
scheduled here now, so...
Stepford Central. The next station is Whitefield Leader.
Yeah, see, once you get past that one station, when you're waiting for a while, you kind of get behind after that.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Stepford Central. The next
I
station
forget you can move this thing around.
Whitefield Leader.
I could always move it just down here or whatever, or over here, and leave it like that, but... I think you can move the map as well. I don't know if you can resize it. No, you can't move it. Just too bad. Too bad you couldn't, like, move it and resize it. So I could put it, like, up here in this corner.
Between the train and the platform.
Well, I can always do that in post or whatever. Do that myself. Or not even in post.
This is Whitefield Leader. This train is for Stepford Central. The next station is High Street.
Or just have the full route map and just put it up here. Or the full system map, rather. Or the route map or something, I don't know.
Welcome on board this Central.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll start planning on what routes I want to do. And I can always kind of like custom make
Shortly be arriving
a route map, whatever, for that particular line.
between the train and the platform.
And then I can display it up here.
2147 Stepford Connect. Service to Stepford Central. Calling at Stepford East and
Yeah,
Stepford
definitely
Central.
overshot the sign there.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
This is High Street. This train is for Stepford Central. The next station is...
But we'll figure that out. Like I said, I might do that for starting the next episode.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Stepford Central. The next station is Stepford East.
And I can always just leave this like over here, like I said. I could almost just do that now. That we don't have to keep opening it up.
We will shortly be arriving at Stepford East.
Somebody just go the other way.
Change here for services to Berrily and Morganstown. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Connect. Service to Stepford Central. Calling at Stepford Central only. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
This is Stepford East.
Okay, so
Stepford Central.
like I said, once we get to Stepford Central, we'll go to Port Benton.
Central.
My apologies for not really saying much right now. Just
Stepford Central
guess I don't really have much to say.
is Stepford
Although actually
Central.
one thing I can talk about is for those of you guys that know on my Discord, I mean there's not many people on my Discord, but for those of you on my Discord that do watch these or whatever, you may already know that I'm a bowler. Not professional bowler obviously, but I bowl in leagues or whatever. And speaking of bowling, so for those of you who may or may not remember, back in October, here in Maine, there was a
Shortly be arriving at Stepford Central.
shooting basically
Change here for
that
services
took
to
place
Stepford Airport
at the bowling alley and bar
Stepford
in Lewiston, Maine here.
and Willowfield.
The bowling alley
Please mind the gap between
is
the train
reopening.
and the
In fact, when this video goes up
train
tomorrow,
terminates here. Change, please.
the bowling alley is going to be reopening. And me and a friend, I think, might be going down to the reopening of the bowling alley, which had been closed since October.
Stepford Central.
So over 6 months it's
This
been
terminates here.
since the incident. I'll call it that, the incident in Lewiston. And yeah, so it's good that they'll be reopening. So let me make sure I get the route number here this time. So we're gonna go to Port Benton. It's R002.
The train now standing at platform 6 is the
02.
2153
Okay.
Stepford Connect. Service to Port Benton. Calling at Stepford East, St Helens Bridge,
Bring that back
Benton
up.
Pass, Bowden,
So 2206, so this is a 13-minute route once we depart.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
You know, I don't know if I will do another route from St. Helens Bridge. I don't know, we'll figure that out when the time comes, but what I may do, like I said, I'll obviously plan the routes coming up for the next episodes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually run the routes. And I'll time or get my stopwatch or whatever on my phone and time how long it takes to do all these routes. Just make sure everything fits. Kind of almost do it like I would be like right now, but instead of actually doing it during the recording, I'm doing it obviously prior.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Port Benton. We will be calling at
Although if I don't probably need to have the route thing if I have this here. I mean,
Angel Pass, Bowden, Coxley, Benton, and Port Benton.
I don't know, we'll see.
The next station is Stepford East.
So this server is definitely dying out. There's only 7 people left in this server.
We will shortly be arriving at Stepford East. Change here for services to Berrily. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Port Benton. This train is
Maybe one of these times, if you guys are interested, I can always get my laptop out and get on my own personal server that I have on here and show you guys some of the other roles, such as the dispatcher, the guards,
Stepford East.
and the signalers.
This train is for Port Benton.
Show you what those
Next
roles look
station
like.
is St. Helens Bridge. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Port Benton. The next station is St. Helens Bridge.
So yeah, going back to bowling. So, like I said, I bowl on leagues during the fall and winter and spring. And actually I usually do a summer league as well. But the main leagues are, like I said, from the fall to the spring. They're usually 32-week leagues. And those had just gotten over a couple weeks ago. And I got my
Will shortly be
stat
arriving
sheets for
at St.
those.
Helens Bridge. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
In fact, I may actually scan them or take a picture of them and post them on my Discord,
Angel
so you guys
Pass,
can take a look at those if you want.
Coxley, Benton, and Port Benton.
But yeah, now this season was exciting, especially with bowling, because I set 3 new highs this season. 2 new high games and a new high series.
This train
And prior to the 2 new high games, the last high game I had was about 4 years ago, or over 4 years ago, 4.5. So that was exciting. My previous high before that or before this season, was a 244. The first new high that I set this season, well, not just for the season, but my overall new high game, was a 247. And then later on, I ended up beating that again to set a new high score per game with a 257. So I ended up beating it by 10 pins. And my new high series was, well, my previous high series was like a 614 or something like that. I want to say 612, but I think it was actually like a 614. And I ended up beating that series by 1 pin, and I got a new high series of a 615, which is only my second ever 600 series. So, yeah, that was exciting. In fact, that series was when I got the 257 game.
Benton and Port Benton. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
In fact, what were the other games that series? Let's see.
Angel Pass. This train is for Port Benton. The next station is Bowden.
Okay, so I got the stat sheets. I bowl on 2 leagues, so one league I set the 247, the other league I set the 257. So I end up bowling on Wednesdays and Fridays. And so the 257
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service.
was set on Wednesday night.
The next station is Bowden.
Back on week 24, which was February 14th. So with that series, so my average at that time was a 160. My low game was a 159, so 1 pin below my average.
Bowden.
The second game was the 257, and the third game was a 199. So I almost had 200 games in that night, or in that series.
Calling at Coxley,
Now my average
Port Benton.
could be higher if
5 coaches.
I didn't have as many of those, as many lower games. And that series could have been higher if I didn't have that 159.
This is Bowden. This train
But yeah, that was a 615 series.
The next station is
And with handicap, my handicap was a 67. So with handicap for the 3 games, would be, let's see, well, 60 times 3 is 180. If you add 5 more to the 3, that'd be 15, so that'd be 195.
welcome on board this Stepford
And then
Connect
6,
service.
so 201 handicap for the series.
Coxley.
And so the 615, the series with handicap was an 816. And handicap is used to determine, so basically how it works, and it depends on the league as well. So the Wednesday night league, what we do is we have 4-person teams, and we have the point setup is we have a single point per game. Well, not a single point per game, but you have 6 points per game and then 3 points for overall total. So what that means is that for the games, or whatever, 6 points per game, is you have 1 point per person.
Service to Port Benton.
So basically you're doing what's called man-to-man. So I'm matched up with a person I'm bowling
This
against.
train is formed of 5
So let's say I bowl third, right? I'm paired up against the person that also bowls third for the other team.
This train is for Port
So how it works is my handicap is a 67, right? Or at least for that week it was a 67. So that means whatever I bowl, let's say I bowl, just for simplicity's sake, let's say I bowl 100. I mean, obviously I'm going to bowl better than that. But if I bowl 100, you add 67 to that, and that's your game with handicap. So the game with handicap would be a 167. So if your game with handicap is higher than the other person's game with handicap, you get your point. If it's less, then you lose your point, the other person gets the point. If you both somehow tie, then you get a half a point. So you have the man-to-man so every game you have each person on your team bowls against the person they're bowling against, and basically depending on how they do against them, they can either get a point, lose a point, or split. So that's where four of the points come in per game. And then you have the team points, in which you can actually get 2 points per team per game. So once again, you take your team total and then the handicap total for your team, which means everybody's handicap all added together. You take your team, what's called the scratch score, which is what the score you bowl, and you add your handicap to it, and then you get the game with, or total with handicap. And if your team's total with handicap, once again, is higher than the other team's total with handicap, then you get 2 points. If you lose, if it's less, then you lose the 2 points, the other team gets the 2 points. And if you somehow tie, you both get 1 point. And then, so that's basically the 6 points per game. So you got 6, 12, 18 points for the 3 games. And then you have the overall total. So you don't do the individual with handicap, which I feel like you could probably do, but we don't. For the overall total, we just take a look at the series, the team series with handicap, and then you compare that to the other team. If obviously it's higher, then you get 3 points. If it's less, the other team gets 3 points. And then once, like if you tie or whatever, then you get 1.5 points. So overall you can get 21 points per night if you take all of the points against the other team. But that's for one of the leagues. That's the Wednesday night league that I was bowling on. That's how we did that. The Friday night league basically didn't have the man-to-man points. We just did the total points, or the team points rather. So, but the points for the team and overall for the team were the same. So 2 per game and then 3 for overall total. So for Friday, the most points we could get would be 9. 6 for all 3 games and then 3 for overall total. Of course, like I said, it depends on the league. Some leagues may do it a little bit differently as well, but that's generally how they all work. So yeah, once we get to St. Helens Bridge, we are not going to do any other route.
The train now standing at platform 3 is the
And I did not get the route number.
Service to St. Helens Bridge. Calling at Benton, Coxley, Bowden, Angel Pass, and St. Helens Bridge. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Okay, doing a little bit of formatting on my Excel sheet. So yeah, now we have basically
Service to St. Helens Bridge,
a few weeks before the Summer League starts. The Summer League starts on,
Coxley, Bowden,
what was it, June 3rd?
and St. Helens Bridge. The next station
June
is
6th?
Benton.
Beginning of June anyways is when the Summer League starts, so I'll be doing that with a buddy. And the Summer Leagues are only 10 weeks, so a lot more informal. In fact, the leagues that I bowl in the fall and spring are what's called sanctioned leagues. So you have to pay USBC membership fees because it's sanctioned. It's sanctioned through the U.S. Bowling Congress, which is the USBC.
We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change here for services to
Whereas the summer leagues are, like I said, are more informal. So those leagues are not sanctioned; they're just house leagues. So you're not paying for any
Terminal 2
membership, basically, to bowl in those leagues.
between the train and the platform.
And in fact, if you bowl in more than one league during the fall,
Coxley,
you don't have to pay your membership for each league.
Helens Bridge,
You do have to fill out a membership form or card, whatever, for each league, but you only pay it once. But for every league that you do that's sanctioned, you have to fill out a form.
Benton.
And so next
St. Helens Bridge.
fall, whatever, I'm actually going to be doing
Station is Coxley.
3 leagues. I'm going to be doing Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sounds like there's another train here as well. Or either that might have been just my train, I don't know. I forgot, I was going to look at my timetable and I forgot I moved it over here.
This Stepford Connect service to St. Helens Bridge. We will be
So let me know what you guys think about me making like a
Angel
route map or whatever
and St. Helens
and
Bridge.
placing it up here.
The next station is
Or should I do just the system map or service map and put that up here? Like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I mean, this almost acts as like a route map, but it's kind of just blah, I guess. Whereas I could make it look more like this, kind of.
we will shortly be arriving at Coxley. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So yeah, no, it'd be nice to go down to Lewiston, see the bowling alley reopen.
and St. Helens Bridge. This
I know my
train
buddy,
has 5 coaches.
or one of my other buddies, he knew the owners of the bowling alley, and he knew the guy that did the pro shop as
This
well.
train is for St. Helens Bridge. The next
In
station
fact, that night of the incident, I was bowling during league. In fact, my buddy right now is calling me. I'll text him, tell him that I am currently recording, and that I'll get back to him.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to St. Helens Bridge. The next station is Bowden.
Well, I'll get back to him anyways here in a bit. We're talking about maybe going down to Portland for lunch and then heading back up to Lewiston after.
Between the train and the platform.
In fact, speaking of Portland, as of recording this, just a couple days ago, I went down to Portland. Those of you on my Discord, you would have seen. Went down to Portland, saw a Maine Mariners hockey game. They're currently in their playoffs. Fortunately, they end up losing that game, but,
This
you know.
train is for St. Helens Bridge.
So what is this guy
The next
expected
station
here?
is Angel Pass.
224, or 2224 rather. And they're actually going the same direction I am. That's obviously this guy, since we're the only two left in this session, or server.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to St. Helens Bridge. The next station is Angel
So
Pass.
this song has 3 minutes. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this, the outro song up into after this song, basically.
We will shortly be arriving at Angel Pass.
And this song I probably will need to
And the platform.
end shortly. In fact, I might do that once we come to a stop.
St. Helens Bridge. Calling at St. Helens Bridge only. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Okay, so I'll move this down to the bottom so that way the
This train
following song won't automatically start.
The next station is St. Helens Bridge.
I'll get rid of that or close that anyways. Oh shoot, actually we're not quite to the I was thinking we were coming up to the final station. Nope. I don't know where we were, but
Welcome on board.
we'll do this song for now.
Service to St. Helens Bridge.
I mean, I feel like this song's kind of fitting actually with the blunder that I just did. Oh well. Actually, no, it was that song. We actually, I think, already heard this song, but that's fine. It's whatever. We're doing it live. Is that what they say? I'm pretty sure that's what they say. We're doing it live.
We will shortly be arriving at St. Helens Bridge.
This song I will need to
The services to
end shortly as well, because this is like almost a, well, it's 3 minute 41 second song.
and the platform. This train
We've only heard a minute of it so far, so.
change, please.
Terminates here. This train is the service from Port Benton.
In fact, this is one of the new songs. Okay.
This is St. Helens Bridge.
So yeah,
This train turns
like I said, after this episode, I'm gonna take a look, see, look at the recording, listen, see if the music actually did work. Hopefully it did.
Please. B2227 Stepford Connect Service to Stepford Victoria has been cancelled.
So the other guy ended up canceling their route. I don't know if they're leaving or just switching routes, but I'm gonna switch passenger, and we're gonna get rid of that. And we're gonna go back to Stepford or St. Helens Bridge. There we go, where we just were. Come on. In fact, they are doing a different route. Looks like. Well, they are going to Stepford. Oh no, it's canceled. That's right. This isn't the platform that I was on, but whatever. So yeah, like I said, let me know down in the comments below if you think I should make a... I mean, I don't mind making the route maps, and that guy did leave. I don't mind making the route maps or whatever to put up here. But let me know whether I should do that or if I should just put the service map or operator map up here in the top right corner. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.